Meet Anne. Anne is the mother of Jack, who is 26 years old, still at home, and has been living with undiagnosed severe depression for the past 5 years. Anne is concerned about her son and seeks advice from friends and family, one of whom suggests she try a GP. Anne takes Jack to the doctor, who does a health check with blood tests and determines that he appears to be physically healthy and there are no immediate concerns. The GP suggests Anne visit a website with further information on depression. Anne goes online but struggles to find the information she needs, eventually giving up. She does find a small reference to a local mental health service and decides to give them a call. She is told the service will work with someone who has mild depression and can attend weekly appointments. Jack barely leaves his bedroom though, and so Anne determines this won't work for him. The service provides Anne with the phone number for another organization that might be able to help. Anne calls the second service and is told that they do work with people with depression, but only between the ages of 15 to 24. They recommend though that if Jack is in crisis, to call a local health service. Anne isn't sure if Jack is in crisis, but wants to call to see if they can help. Once on the phone, the service asks Anne a few questions and determines that Jack is not currently in crisis and that they cannot assist at this time. She is discouraged and loses hope of finding somewhere to help her and her son. After working hard to reach out and seek assistance in several places, Anne finds that each door she's tried is closed. Now meet Richard. Richard is 42 years old, currently without accommodation, and struggles with substance abuse. Richard has schizophrenia and at one stage required hospitalization. During his stay, the hospital arranged for Richard to receive treatment from a residential drug and alcohol program. Upon leaving, he was then referred to a housing provider to source accommodation. In order to secure ongoing accommodation, Richard required paperwork from Centrelink and his bank, a process he found confusing and intimidating, particularly without assistance. Richard struggled to communicate what he needed and found it hard to wait for long periods. Meanwhile, Richard is struggling to regularly take his medication and stay sober, making it difficult to maintain his temporary accommodation. Shifting between services and completing paperwork have not helped his existing mental illness. Richard deteriorates and becomes acutely unwell. He is involved in a public incident, after which he is picked up by police and taken to hospital, back to where his entire story began. In a process that sees Richard sent from door to door, he is completely overwhelmed and finds it difficult to make the connections he needs. Now imagine this. Imagine a community where all of these services and the many like them work together, where someone with a mental illness and their carer could access any service through any door and find the support they need when they need it. Imagine a community where for someone needing help, there is no wrong door. Partners in Recovery Southwestern Sydney are excited about and committed to improving access to services for people with a severe and persistent mental illness. A no wrong door approach is vital to achieving this, so we are developing a mental health charter that focuses on embedding recovery-oriented practice into service delivery and encourage service providers to sign up and make this commitment to recovery in their practice and culture. We are also developing a No Wrong Door website for the whole community to better access mental health services. A primary feature of this project will be a web-based application for consumers of mental health services and their carers. The app will provide information on mental health, local services and supports, health professionals, and resources to help in a crisis. It will also include information on the Mental Health Charter and other resources to improve access to services across southwestern Sydney. We invite the community of southwestern Sydney to participate in the No Wrong Door initiative. By working together, we can ensure that people with a severe and persistent mental illness have access to coordinated services that meet their recovery needs.